Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video we're going to be working on the Project CRX build again. So we've got a lot to do in this video. We're hoping to get the car back up and running. Got to put the rocker cover on with the new gaskets, get all that finished up, basically completing the engine bay, which I'm really looking forward to finishing that part of the project. Then we're going to lower it back down, put the wheels on it, lower it back down, and get working on the rear of the car. So there's quite a lot to do in this video. Hopefully it all goes smoothly and we get it all done. So stay tuned to the video and I hope you guys enjoy it. Okay, so the time has come to finally do the last piece under the engine compartment here, which is the rocker cover. So we've got a freshly painted rocker cover, got all new gaskets and seals. We're gonna put a new sticker here. So that's all ready to go. We're gonna start removing that now and we'll see what it looks like. This engine has 130,000 miles on it. There's a few oil leaks coming from the rocker cover, so I'm hoping that should be them and fix that. I've cleaned up under the bonnet here a little bit. I've removed the latch here. I'm cleaning that up as we speak. So that's all cleaned up. That's as best as it's gonna get. So yeah, so let's get this new rocker cover on. Let's take the old one off and see what it looks like underneath. All right, got the rocker cover removed. Didn't take much work to do, to be honest. I've already cleaned up a bit of the surface where the new rocker cover will go on, and we'll get it all bolted down with some new hardware, new gaskets and everything. Timing belt looks okay. I am gonna service the timing belt next year, so I'll get water pump, timing belt and all that stuff next year. Right now I'm just doing the rocker cover to clean up the bay, so it's looking good. So we'll get the new rocker cover out and then we'll start mounting that down and get it all finished for that part of the engine bay. Cool. All right, here's the rocker cover in front of me, all painted, ready to go. We've got all the new gaskets ready to go. I've also got a new earthing kit, a new earthing cable that goes from the rocker cover to the chassis, but I'm not sure because this one's a two-piece grounding and that one's a one-piece. We'll see how it goes. We'll give it a shot and see if it works. But so yeah, we're gonna get this bolted on now. I'm really looking forward to this part of the thing because this is gonna really finish off the engine bay. So let's get it installed. Putting the new caps on. Then we got the new nuts to tighten it down. Get those threaded on. Right, now we'll go get the torque wrench. All right, let's get this thing torqued down. So you work from the inner outer, and it's a pretty low torque spec. So we're just gonna go on and give them all just to get them somewhat down a bit more. All right, so we've got the rocker cover all torqued down, ready to go. I put the cover back on. I put the new decal back on. These decals are available on my website, link in the description. But yeah, looks really nice. And the final piece, brand new Honda oil cap. Let's get that threaded on. Let's just finish off this bay because this is the final touch to completing the engine bay. Look at that. Nice. That's it, folks. That's the engine bay complete for right now. How mint is that? Loving that with a new decal. We'll do some more videos of the engine bay here shortly, but man, I am stoked. Now, You notice the missing radiator cap. I still haven't flushed the system. I've got some brand new Honda coolant that I'm going to be putting in it. It's all pre-mixed, so it's ready to go. I'll be doing that later. Not far from doing that. All right, we got the outer tie rod ends here ready to go into the car. So I'm going to go ahead and get these installed now. And then the next step after that is we're going to put the anti-sway bar end links on. So those are the next two things we're going to be installing on the car. Okay, so we've got the outer tie rods bolted on. And also we got the sway bar end links bolted on now. So that's pretty much it done for the suspension. So we're ready to put the wheels and tires back on. So let's do that and get it lowered down so we can torque all the nuts down here while it's on the ground with the weight on top. All right, I almost forgot to put all the splash guards back on. So I had those all cleaned up. I cleaned them all up with a degreaser, shined them up with the plastic like a polish, and it made them really nice. That one almost looks brand new. We put some new clips in up here. All these three here have new clips, except that one there. That one there, I couldn't get a new clip to fit in it. I don't know why, but this is the old clip that was in it, and it went right in. It's nice and tight, so that's okay. So, yeah, so we got it all bolted in. I got the new zinc. Ooh, it's hard to do it with the camera like that. New zinc hardware in, all new push clips in, more zinc hardware, more zinc hardware, more zinc hardware. It's looking really nice. I'm really happy with this. Just if you're new to the video and you didn't see my older videos, go back and watch them because they're really good. But I am planning on replacing the manifold at some point. It's actually hard to find a manifold for this engine. The D series engine, single overhead cam, will fit it, but you have to modify. You have to bore out the gasket and the housing of the new header to fit the ZC engine, the dual overhead cam engine. So I will be getting one at one point. I think there's a company in Japan that might make one that bolts on. That's no mod. It's the correct one for this engine, but it's quite expensive. So I'm not sure if I'm going to go down that road or not. But right now, it's looking fire under here. Give me a thumbs up if you guys agree. Cool. All right, next thing I'm going to do is clean up this latch. We'll get this all cleaned up. Put some new hardware on it. Get that all looking good. So let's do that. Okay, and that's it all cleaned up as best as it's gonna get. Took me a good hour to clean that up, get all the grease out of everything. It was quite mucky. Got some new hardware to go on. So let's go bolt this back on the hood. All right, we are ready to start adding engine coolant to the system. I've picked up some genuine Honda coolant. It's pre-mixed, it's ready to go in. It's good for aluminum engines, which is what we need. So we're gonna start adding it into the system. And then down there somewhere is the little purge valve that you unloosen to let the air bubbles out of the system. So I'll be loosening that up when we run the engine and let it all air out. So let's get started. All right, so previous little clip there, you saw me basically just getting started to put the coolant into the engine. I did start doing that, and then I heard the dreaded drip, 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 drip. Unfortunately, the rear pipe, the hard pipe, basically this piece, which goes from the water pump to the thermostat housing, decided it's not going to be a good seal. So now, if you remember from way back in previous videos, episodes, this is not a genuine pipe. This is a China pipe. It's from China, yeah. Unfortunately, I do not like running aftermarket parts, that's why, especially in this part. But because the OEM one was so crusty and rusty around the joints here, it was going to leak over it. And, you know, with less than a year, I think it was going to fail. So I decided I was going to replace it. Found out that that part's no longer available. It's discontinued from Honda, and there's no aftermarket support for it. So a little bit of research, I found out that this other D series one could fit, but I don't think it doesn't fit. So yeah, you could maybe modify this one to make it fit by basically what's happening is this pipe here is hitting the thermostat housing, and it's not letting this part go all the way into the water pump. So that's what I think is happening. It's hard to really see because it's all tucked underneath the engine bay, underneath the intake manifold that we installed, that we cleaned up and put back in. So I don't want to remove that again. So I'm working behind the engine. It's quite tricky back there. But that's the only thing I can think of. But I did reach out to a couple of guys. I did reach out on the CRX UK group on Facebook to see if anyone had a replacement one, a genuine one, a used one basically, because that's the only thing I'm going to trust to put back on there now. So a guy said he had one. Yeah, so he's removed it. He's going to send it to me. It's not in the greatest condition. It looks like it's okay. It might work, maybe better than my old one. So we're going to give that a look into. Maybe even if I can find someone to fabricate a new one, which would be nice. So that's where we're at right now. So I'm putting that project on hold, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to jack up, I'm going to start working on the rear suspension. I need to get that going. So what basically I'm going to do is lower the front back down, put it on ramps, and then jack up the rear, and then we're going to start removing the rear suspension to get all that power coated and everything started, that whole process. Hopefully that's going to go a lot quicker than the front end of the car, and then we can keep moving forward. So that's going to be the end of this particular video because I want to start the rear suspension on a new video. I want that series to be all together so I can, you know, look back. If I need to look back, I know where it is kind of, and same thing with you guys if you want to watch it and learn from it. And you can, if you're doing a rear end suspension upgrade or whatever, you can click on the newer videos to see that. So I want to thank you for watching again. Continue supporting the channel by viewing, watching my videos. I appreciate it, guys. And we're going to start filming the next video now. So stay tuned for the next video. It should be out in about a week after this one. So I appreciate you guys, and take care of yourselves.